International media hype. Jungkook's house designer is not Korean. Nothing has shocked the international entertainment world more recently than the shocking news that comes from the most mysterious figure behind BTS's new home, Jungkook. The house, which has been the talk of the public for its unusual luxury, is now back to shake global news after a surprising fact was revealed. The designer of Jungkook's house is not Korean. The big question immediately filled the heads of fans and the media. How could a global icon from Korea, who has always been known to love his country's culture, actually choose a foreign designer to build a luxurious residence that is touted as a private palace? Is there a bigger hidden reason behind this decision? This fact first exploded when an international architectural media based in the United States ran a long article about Jungkook's house, complete with an analysis of the design style that turned out to have a very strong imprint of Western aesthetics. From the selection of materials, large window shapes, minimalist concepts with a modern naturalist touch, to the use of world-class smart home technology, everything is considered far from the grip of traditional Korean design. The foreign journalist also made a controversial claim. Only foreign architects could come up with such nuances, and their guesses immediately led to one of the famous designers of European origin, who recently often deals with residential projects of international stars. The news then spread like wildfire in the meadow. The international media started talking about this, while the Korean media itself looked cautious. Many suspect that HYBE, Jungkook's agency, is trying to cover up this fact so as not to cause a national polemic. Because, as the public already knows, the house is not just a building for the Korean people, but also a symbol of identity, cultural roots, and even a sense of nationalism. So when news emerged that Jungkook, BTS's golden mean, preferred a stranger to design his home, some members of the public were disappointed, others angry, while others saw Jungkook's move as a testament to his courage and global vision that many Korean artists lack. The drama begins. Some hardline fans feel this is a form of cultural betrayal, especially since Jungkook often asserts the importance of Korean identity in his work. However, not a few defended with emotion, saying that Jungkook's decision actually showed his visionary side. He wanted his house to be a global representation, not just local. An international fan base even made a lengthy statement on social media, writing, "Jungkook doesn't just belong to Korea, he belongs to the world. It is natural that even his home should reflect the world." The statement went viral, sparking a long debate between Army Korea and Army International, a small split rarely seen in BTS's usually solid fan community. More surprisingly, rumors are circulating that the designer of Jungkook's house is a young female architect of Italian origin who was previously known only in the exclusive circle of European billionaires. His name has not been confirmed, but some foreign media claim that his signature style is in every corner of Jungkook's house. If true, it will be a cross-cultural collaboration that will not only shake the world of architecture, but also open a new chapter in the Korean perspective on the globalization of art and housing. However, is this news true, or is it just speculation magnified by foreign media? HYB himself until recently chose silence. There was no official statement, no clarification, only a silence that only reinforced public speculation. Many people think this silence is a strategy to maintain Jungkook's image so that the public is not increasingly divided. But, on the other hand, the silence is also perceived as a veiled confirmation that the news is true. Because if Jungkook's house designer is Korean, of course the agency will quickly dismiss this issue. Tensions were further heated when one of the Korean television programs alluded to this implicitly. A well-known architectural panelist said, "If we look at the details of the house, there are many unusual elements found in Korean design. It's not just an artist's house, it's a house built with an international vision." I would not be surprised if it turns out that it is true that the main designer is not Korean. The statement immediately sparked a new controversy. Behind the swirling controversy, there is an emotional side that should not be overlooked. This house is not just a luxurious residence, but a symbol of Jungkook's life journey full of struggle. From a Daegu boy who grew up in a simple family, he has now become a global icon with extraordinary wealth and influence. So when he chooses a foreign designer, perhaps not just because of aesthetics, but also because of his desire to show that he has gone beyond local boundaries. He wanted his home to be a reflection of him, a Korean boy who is now recognized by the world. The question then, is the Korean public ready to accept that symbolism? Or would you rather see it as a form of disconnection from cultural roots? Therein lies the controversy. Even more touching, some reports say that Jungkook's decision involved his mother. The mother is said to be very instrumental in determining the design of the house, because she will occupy it with Jungkook. If true, then the choice of a foreign designer is not solely Jungkook's personal decision, but also the wishes of his family. This makes the debate even more emotional, because many fans know how big a role mothers play in Jungkook's life. The fact that the house is better known to the public as the Mother's Palace only reinforces the suspicion that the design of this house was chosen with heart, not just prestige. The international media continues to report on this. Some raised it from the aesthetic side, some saw it from the political side of culture, and some saw it as a genius business move. By choosing foreign designers, Jungkook's house automatically became a global icon that attracted the interest of the international market. Imagine a Korean idol living in a house with a touch of Italian design, praised in American architecture magazines, talked about in European design forums, and analyzed on YouTube by world influencers. Jungkook, once again, manages to be the center of attention without needing to do anything, just by letting his house do the talking. But of course, not all parties see this as a positive step. A number of Korean netizens wrote scathing comments, calling Jungkook too westernized, and even accusing him of forgetting the mainland. These comments were immediately responded to by Army International, who called the netizens envious, conservative, and unable to accept the times. The battle of comments on social media is getting hotter as Jungkook's house becomes a new battlefield between nationalism and globalization. Then, is it true that Jungkook's house will be a turning point in Korean idols' relationship with their culture? Or is it just a temporary issue that will dim as the public discovers new gossip material? No one can answer it for sure. But one thing is clear. The news about home designer Jungkook has managed to make the whole world turn their heads, talk, and engage in a long debate. To make matters even more dramatic, amid this controversy, Jungkook himself has yet to comment. He chose silence, went about his activities as usual, as if not disturbed by a storm of rumors. This attitude actually made the public even more curious. Did he deliberately leave this mystery hanging? Or was there a personal reason that made him reluctant to speak? Behind all that, one thing is certain. Jungkook's house is no longer just a place to live, but a global symbol full of layers of meaning. He is a mirror of the journey of a young Korean boy who now stands on a par with world stars, faces an unquenchable public spotlight,